gathered and told by those who serve.
I'm just doing my job. It's a difficult job, and I love it, but I'm just doing my job.
Who are these common people that we ask to do and face the uncommon? Surely this is more than just a job.
The first torpedo got us, and the ship vibrated and shook.
The National Archives has collected more than 1,000 voices in an oral history told by wartime veterans from World War II to the present.
You learn to be selfless. You learn to look to want to protect the person to your left and right. There is no me. It's just us.
A succession of great generations. We see them as 10 feet high, superheroes. But their stories remind that while heroes, they are also unapologetically human.
I wasn't scared until we actually landed. And then I started looking around, and that's when I got scared.
Mortal, but resilient, and with an appreciation for the meaning of freedom forged in unimaginable adversity.
We walked across that bridge. And when we walked across the bridge, there was a Marine standing there. I threw my arms around him. I kissed him. This is welcome home, son.
They serve and adapt to the shifting tides of political policy and public sentiment. Patriots, everyone. And what we owe them cannot be told in just one day. Our salute to duty, their service, and sacrifice. That's Nightly News for this Friday. I'm Lester Holt. For all of us at NBC News, thank you for watching, and good night.
That's the War Memorial in Washington, D.C. This is NBC News. This is Lester Holt, NBC News. I'm a black veteran. I'm a black honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. Right here. I was in the Navy during Iran-Contra at the end of Vietnam when y'all was smuggling drugs and creating this war on drugs in America. When you started a war on the black community. Lester Holt, you went to jail. I went to jail in 2 states to expose the war on drugs and the criminality of being black in America. All right? And these are the cases that I want you, Lester Holt, to come to Baltimore. They talk about the corruption and the racism. You can go straight to Congressman Cummings' office. You can go to the I-Team. You can go to the I-Team here in Baltimore and get this. Congressman Cummings got it. You go to the Inspector General here. You go to Judge Turnbull. And we're going to show you the corruption and how they've been shielding it. Judge Turnbull did, but you go to his office, get my paperwork. That's from 2009. I blew the whistle on the corruption in the courts. And I did it legally. I'm talking about the corruption and the racism and the war on drugs. I did my part. I served my country. My country's not serving me. Checks and balances. Congressman Cummings' job is the oversight committee. All right? Oversight committee. He got this. This is what I want him to test. That's what I want to investigate. That's Lowry from the Washington Post. That's Justin Fenton from the Baltimore Sun. I want you to investigate this, Lester Holt, because I gave it to Gayle King in August of 2019, and she ain't did nothing with it. Johnny Oleski asked for an investigation in Maryland and in Illinois. We're talking about the war on drugs, the violence in the inner city. We're talking about the prison industry. I was making a movie, and the state took my property, the entire contents of the defendant's vehicle. They took the truck, they took the computer, they took everything, and they charged me with terrorism. You charged me with terrorism. You charged an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy with terrorism, and you talking about honoring our country. Our country's not honoring us. Our country is not honoring veterans. When you're permitted to lock us up and charge us with crimes that we don't commit after we served our country. I blew the whistle on y'all in 2007. See that? 2008. That's the Department of Justice, 2009. I blew the whistle on the courts and the criminality in the prison industry, right here. I'm a member of Out for Justice. All right? I'm also the founding member of the Baltimore Block. This is the Supreme Court. That's my Storm Falls Road. Davis versus Illinois. That's versus Davis versus Illinois is a case for the war on drugs. That's a follow-up letter to Chief Justice Roberts from 2007 to 2013. All right? Perfectly legal. Exposing the corruption and the racism. And the NAACP got this. Eric Holder got this. The ACLU got this. President Obama got this. And President Trump has this today. A federal investigation. President Obama, President Trump, Lester Holt. Let's talk about the war on drugs. Lester Holt. Let's talk about the war on drugs and how it affects our community. Like I say, President Trump, President Obama. That's Congressman Cummings' office. Right there. Kamala Harris got this. Yeah, he has this. Justin Fenton has this. Let us forget the 13th Amendment, the United States Constitution, December 6, 1865. I had a meeting with Congressman Cummings on August the 13th before he died. Congressman Cummings' legacy is going to be tied to this. Congressman Cummings' legacy is going to be tied to this. You feel me? It is what it is. So let's make this do what it do. Sending feedback. All right. I'm sending feedback to NBC because I need the media to watch what's going on in Baltimore. We need you to come to Baltimore because your I-team here ain't reporting it. That's my email. Contact the I-team. New York. Tell you about your media in Baltimore. All right. Honorable Judge Bennett. This is the letter I sent to Judge Bennett. Submit. All right. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Social media for social change. Congressman Cummings' signature from his... That's who you go get my information from. I want my property back. I want my life back. I want what belongs to me. I want everything that belongs to me. These is my sons. This is a ceasefire program I gave Governor O'Malley in 2006 to end the war on drugs, to stop the violence in Baltimore. These are my sons. You feel me? And that's Governor O'Malley. 2006, the Get Shorty program. And you got more shorty than you can stand. You got more shorty than you can stand. 13 years I've been doing this. 13 years. So Lester Holt, let's see what you're going to do with this. Come to Baltimore. Come to Baltimore and see what we'll see the truth about Baltimore. Come see what President Trump got. Because like I said, I'm sending this to Trump too. I want him to destroy the Democratic Party and the corruption there. Y'all sitting him over in impeachment? Well, let's see what y'all going to do with this information about the corruption in the Democratic Party. You going to give it the same attention? You going to give it the same attention? Contact us. And I'm contacting NBC New York.